At the start of the year, I was invited to talk about resolutions and why resolution fail. And we looked at some amount of the reason on it, and we found it out the most emerging trend on why resolution fail is that most people are just in it for the rush. Because everybody is setting it, so people find it to be a trend. So they just set it as them. Other people set unrealistic goals. Other people, they don't set on process or on system. They just set goals which are unachievable or unattainable, which kind of looks not so real. And we identified we need to have discipline, you need to have motivation, you need to have a vision on where you want to be or where you want to go, as much as your goals or resolutions are concerned. So this time it's mid-year. I'm coming back to check in because of course how I created my resolution, this is what I did. I ensured I wrote some few things down on what I wanted to achieve this year, and on that some I'm able to say I've not been able to achieve, but again we're looking at mid-year. There's a lot still that can be done, because you can change your life even in 1 week. We said you can change your habit even in 21 days. Looking at it, just 21 days you can change your habit. When you do something for 21 days, that one forms a new habit. So another thing I did in setting up my goals, I had ensured I made a collage of photos in what I wanted to achieve this year. And in doing so, I ensured I made it a profile picture and my lock screen. Yeah. And so far, this year I said I must win. Regardless, against all odds, I must win. That was my target. In fact, that was also my goal. I must win. On how I must win, those are some of the steps maybe I'll talk about in later. Just decided I want to win so big. And nothing could have stood in my way, because looking at the previous year, I quite lost a lot. Or maybe in the previous years, I've been dedicating a lot of time in doing something, and it actually never showed. You know, when you're doing something, when you spend your time to do something, you actually never see the result. And that is where people fall off. You see, even in resolutions, when you are making resolutions and then you're starting to do something, then it doesn't show up. Then most people actually give up. In resolutions, people give up after maybe 2 months. They set their goals in January. Then after 2 months, then they're not even there no more. Yeah. So people lose that motivation. That's why you need to have discipline. Discipline, I've always talked about discipline, that this one is, you gotta show up even when you don't feel like showing up, but you just have to. When your energy is lacking, but you need to show up. That is why discipline trumps motivation. Motivation, you need to be motivated to do something. But while discipline, you have the willpower, the strong mentality, and then that discipline should be back with where you want to be in life. Yeah, that is the most important thing about discipline versus motivation. So if you are depending on motivation will fail you every single time. So as I was saying, I made a collage on what I wanted to achieve. I made it on my home screen, my lock screen. I said I will not settle until I achieve those things. And what I did in order to achieve some of the few things I've been able to accomplish is that I don't feel much comfortable to release my progress in life here online. I just want to say I've been able to achieve most of it. And every day, I've always taken that every day is a learning process. I want just to learn more. If I've learned, I've ensured this part I've learned. I'm looking for something else, for something I can learn and do with it. This year, I did decide to a bit wake up early. I wasn't very consistent with it. I used to, the idea of, but increasing my work hours, that one I did increase my work hours. Said I need to work more than 80 hours per week. More than 80 hours per week. That one did increase, that one I did it. I decided also to wake up a bit early, and that one I haven't really been consistent with it, but for some reason I've been consistent. And I've realized when waking up early, I've been able to accomplish much. It's almost like I used to think sleeping late was the greatest. Now I realized waking up, you are the goat. You actually become the goat because you realize at the end of the day you'll have a lot of time. Again, this year I started more of journaling. That one I did more journaling. Because a mind like when something is tangible. Mind likes when something is written down. So I wrote what I need to do. I just keep my to-do list. The end of the day, I check it off. I know what I'll need to do. Even if I don't check my to-do list, I just, in my mind, I remember, I wrote this, what I'll need to do today. Yes, I've done this one. So in doing that, I prioritize the most difficult tasks. I prioritize first the difficult tasks or the most important tasks based on priority. And once we have done with the difficult tasks, the other tasks actually become so easy and so small. And then you realize, wow, I've actually accomplished this one. I do that by writing first the date. I put on a date, I put on sometimes the day. Then I just list them in order. Be 1, 2, 3 in a numbered form. Then I try to tackle as much as possible. So also that thing of journaling, just writing things down has also really helped me. And again, also I've started more of content creation. That was one of my goals. I started more on content creation. Content creation actually went well. You see, in content creation, I just decided maybe I should just be talking and speaking, doing just things for myself, things that make me happy. Yeah. Again, that is one of the goals I had set in mind for me. I also did intend to get something else in which I got. Be spiritual, eating healthy. Did ensure I was working on that one. And those things actually do come in handy. It's not. I like to think after the media, that is when I'm most comfortable. That is when I also said this, I like to win in my second year. This one is a great word by one of the coaches somewhere. Said, I love to win in my second year. That is when I win. I also like to think on that one. And then when you see September is always my lucky month, because that is also my birthday month. I feel like after August, everything just starts to smoothen. So I want to still look at the end of the year, what I've been able to accomplish. And then the end of the year is also a bit celebratory. You want to celebrate. I want to celebrate myself from what I've been able to accomplish. So that one actually keeps me. And again, that actually keeps me to keep on going. I'm just so dedicated to it because at the end of the year, I will look back and say, the things I did set to do, I actually did them. And I'll feel so proud. And if you know that feeling, that one is a feeling you get in dopamine. It's the feeling of gratification or just feeling nice. I'm forgetting the other one. It's a feeling you get after accomplishing a task. Yeah, those are some of the feelings we have as human beings. And then I'd like also to set another resolution in another year. And we find that the best way to accomplish a resolution or to keep a routine is to break those resolutions into small processes. Those are what we call the system. Break those resolutions into small processes, then you act on it. And you realize when you act on those small habits, they actually become large when you look at it. Even if you'd said you want to read a book, you don't just say, today I'm starting to read this book. I'll take like 4 hours just reading this book, or I'll finish this book in one sitting. No, it doesn't work like that. I train people on habit formation. And habit formation, we want to follow something known as Q. Q, this is CUE. We want to follow Q. We want to say, today I'll just read only this one page. And then I'll close my book. Or maybe tomorrow I'll read 2 pages. Before you know it, you'll be reading in 30 minutes. You'll be reading 30 pages. Just be going it, and then you find things which are interesting to do. Don't start with a big book that you can't finish. There is also a book known as How to Read a Book. That's an interesting subject. Just start slowly by slowly. You keep on going. So I've said you break those big goals into small processes. You make them a cue, you make them a habit, then you reward yourself. And if you are not there to reward yourself, your mind itself will reward you, because you'll feel, okay, I've accomplished this, what I wanted to do. Then you'll just feel so great about it. And what I can say about people who've lost track on their goals, on their resolutions, I'm telling you, this is a wake-up call for you. There's a lot you can get done in 1 month, even in 3 weeks. You can just start off. In fact, even in New Year resolution, you don't just say, maybe I'll set the new year. No. You can even set right now and say, I'll take this time. I'll take the start of this week as my starting guide. I'll take the start of this month as my starting guide. You'll realize how far you'll go. You'll actually realize how far you can go. You just set deadlines. I want to accomplish this one this week. Set that deadline. Start of the month, say, by this month, this is what I should be able to do. Then you'll realize you can still do a lot. You see, a lot can be done in 6 months. A lot can be done in 3 months. A lot can be done in a year, in 1 month. A lot can be done in a week's time, in 3 days, in 2 days. Just write it down. First, to be able to do that, you need to first review what you wanted this year to be like. Review, then adjust, then focus. Review, adjust, then you also need to focus. It's simple as that. Review what you wanted to do, adjust what you didn't do right. You can also do right by now by looking at it, then focus. Just dedicate yourself. Get off social media, get off these places where they distract you. Dedicate yourself, dedicate your time to it. Give it more time, give it more dedication. Work towards it. Have accountability, because don't spend much time on things which distracts you. Yeah? Then you must also have a why. Why do you want it? Why do you want a healthy body? Don't just say, I want to lose weight. No. You need to have a why. Why do you want to do it? Maybe it's because it makes you more healthy. You love a healthy living. You love a healthy lifestyle. You love a healthy way of looking. Yeah. So you must have a strong why. That something should not be able to distract you. If you don't have a why you're doing something, ensure you look for a why. Write them down. This is a wake-up call to you. Write them down. Work towards it. Then we'll see each other at the end of the year. With our accomplishments, with our goals, we just keep on doing that. And then the next year, we'll set another one. So thank you. This is my update. And for most of it, I've been able to accomplish most of the things I wanted. And once I've accomplished it, this one I think I should leave it as a parting shot. Once I've accomplished it, I don't want it to feel like, now I'm comfortable. No. There's no time for comfort. In fact, I'm even for the grind culture. You just need to work. No results, keep working. Work. No results, keep working. Grind hard. We belong to the grind culture. You just need to grind hard, work hard towards your goal. Before you start to work smart, first you also need to work hard. You need to show some kind of dedication. There's an actor once said, obsession beats talent every single time. And there are every different kind of people who want something that you have, but you're taking it for granted. And those people are more fiercer. Those people will come and take it from you. So you don't need to settle. Work towards what you want. Work toward the life you want. And also remember, in all that process, you need to put God ahead. You need to have the idea you belong to God. God makes everything right in His time. But also the universe rewards those who actually do something. Yeah, just don't quit on anything. Stay positive. In a toxic environment, ensure you leave those toxic environments. Yeah, ensure you leave those toxic environments. You want to fill your mind with positivity, positive vibes every single time. I think I've spoken what I really wanted to speak about. Remember, this is Unspoken Reality, and this is Shalom in Bethlehem. Uncensored, we just talk raw. This is how it is. So if I can encourage just one person, I'm much delighted. If I can encourage 100 people, I'm much delighted. Be sure to like, comment anything you want us to talk about, subscribe. You can share this video to someone you feel it can encourage them. Thank you for listening to this one.